Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by today. So I decided to just do something that is a beautiful soft daytime makeup look, and it isn't anything with lashes. This is definitely something that a beginner can do, and it is just beautiful pretty makeup that you can wear out to any daytime event, anything that you really just don't need to spend a lot of time, or that's something where you don't need a lot of technique if it's not in your skill set. So I think it looks really pretty. It didn't even take me that long to do. If you guys like to just see this makeup look, then just keep watching. So starting off, I'll be using the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. This is in the original shade of it, and I'm just using the applicator and applying that onto my eyelids. And now I'm just using my finger to just blend that out. So setting that primer before you start with your eyeshadow look, and I'm just placing loose powder all over my eyelid. So now starting off, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded palette. So this eyeshadow palette replaces the Naked One palette, and I'm gonna start off with the shade Bucked in this palette. Placing this in my crease, I'm just going in a half moon shape. So now taking a smaller brush, I'm going in with this dark shade over here. It's called Endgame. Picking it up and again just placing it in the corner and kind of just doing it in a half moon shape again, just a bit lower than what we placed the first eyeshadows. To kind of blend the two of these shadows together, I'm using the shade Boundaries. It is a warmer toned brown, and I'm lightly just running that over. So now picking up the shade Dream Weaver from that palette, I'm just using my finger and placing it in the center where we haven't placed anything down. I'm just putting that to kind of cover all the skin before we place a lighter shimmer shade. And now taking this rose gold shade, this is called Reputation, using my finger again and just placing that down. These shadows are quite pigmented. Now using the brush that we did earlier on, I just want to be blending around that shadow so there's no harsh lines. And then picking up a little bit of Angel Fire, I'm putting that on my finger, just placing it in the center on top of the shade that we just placed down. And once all your shadows are placed down, you can just go back in and pick up some of the dark shade again and just create the depth if you've blended it too far out. For our brow bone, I'm using the shade Barely Baked. So this is a goldish shimmer shade. Taking a clean brush and then I'm just putting that directly under my brow bone. I haven't done my eyebrows as yet. So now using the Essence liquid eyeliner. This is super last eyeliner and waterproof and lasts up to 18 hours. So I just used this once before and I didn't exactly have it on for 18 hours, but it did last quite long, the amount of time I had it. It's just a bit weird because there is like a weird applicator, which is like a plastic applicator, and I just found it a bit difficult to create a wing liner with that. But this does come out super black, so I'm just lining that. Ugh, I missed. For mascara today, I'm using the Maybelline Total Temptation mascara, and I'm just applying that onto my top lashes. And I want to be trying something a bit natural with my eyebrows. So I have quite full eyebrows, and I'm just going to be brushing them up. I don't really want to fold them in. If you do see sparse areas on your eyebrows for this technique, then you can just fill it in once you're done. But I'm using the Woolworths eyebrow duo, and I'm using the brown side. So just running this product through my eyebrows, again brushing it in an upward motion. So I'll be using a foundation I haven't used before. This is a Woolworths foundation. It is One Step Powder Finish Foundation, and it has SPF 15 in the shade Hazelnut. This is what it looks like inside. It's quite creamy, so I don't understand how they say it's a powder foundation, but we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna use a brush and just pick up some product from there. Now for a daytime look, you do want to find something that is quite light. You don't want anything that is going to look like an evening hectic makeup. So I'm just using a foundation that will hopefully just give me enough coverage to cover blemishes but not cake on the makeup. As you can see, this is slightly, I don't know, it seems a bit slightly too dark for me. Not that dark, but and then I have some blemishes on the side, so I'm just going to be packing on some more of that foundation. And then what's left on my brush, I'm just going to bring it down. Yeah, it is a bit dark for me. Using my damp beauty blender, always my preferred way of blending in makeup. So for my concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Concealer in the shade 10 Caramel. And I'm just putting this underneath my eyes. They do have shades that are lighter, but the gap between caramel and the other shades is quite wide in the range. So I will just be using some of this to just kind of highlight the center of my face because the foundation was a bit darker. For daytime makeup, I just like something that is a bit softer, so I don't really use the baking technique unless I'm going out to an event, but I just like to kind of powder my makeup lightly. So I'll be using the Maybelline and Puma limited edition cheek gloss stick, and it's quite nice because it just gives a very healthy glowy skin look. So I'm just applying it from the applicator onto my cheeks, and then I'm using a beauty blender and just blending that in. And then for highlighter, I'm using the Maybelline X Puma highlighter. This is in the shade Knockout, and I'm just going to be running my brush over it and then just lightly placing it down on the highest point of my cheeks. I always love a glowy look for anything really, so I'm not going to do anything hectic to my cheeks. I'm not going to contour hectically. I'm going to line the inner waterline using the Essence Kajal pencil. This is a white liner, and I'm just going to run that. So this is just going to make my eyes appear bigger. And if you prefer not to use something as stark white as this, then a cream liner would work as well. Then I'm just picking up the shades that we used, Butt and Boundaries, and I'm putting it on a small brush and just running it close to my waterline. And MAC recently sent over these lipsticks. It is the Powder Blur lipstick, and I'm just taking the shade Sultriness. It honestly does give that powder blur kind of effect where your lips look diffused. And then taking the shade Influentially from the same collection and just placing some of that on top. Now using the MAC lip liner, this is in the shade Spice, and I'm just going to run that on the outer edge of my lips. Adding some mascara onto the lower lashes to make sure that you don't mess. It's easier to just take a mirror, hold it high up, and then just run it onto your lashes. So now that we're done, I'm using the Smashbox primer water, and it is silicone and alcohol free. Just keeping it at a distance. And settling all of that in. I didn't spray that much onto my face. and wherever you can see it is still a bit damp, you can just run your beauty blender over that. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for watching my video and subscribing to everyone who has subscribed. If you have not as yet, the subscribe button is down below. Click like on this video and leave a comment in the comment section. I love hearing your feedback, and I will see you guys in the next video. You're always welcome to let me know what you like to see, and I will see you guys then. Bye bye.